Eyes closed and dreams go free. Got an angel next to me.
Thank you for calling the Galactic Federation. How may I direct your call?
Yes, my name's Case Sparks. I am living on a planet full of crazy people, and we need some help down here ASAP. Last time I called in, nobody seemed to know anything.
Please hold.
Welcome to Ashtar Command. This is Franz. How can I help you?
Hey, Franz, I'm trying to find out when we can expect some off-world help down here on Earth.
Stand by. Who do I transfer new incarnates who want to be picked up to?
Incarnates.
Not picking anyone up at this hour.
Are you sure?
Not
I don't
this
want to be
late in the
abducted.
game.
My supervisor just informed me that you are going to have to sit tight until after the Great Flash.
Dude, I've been waiting on the Great Flash forever.
I know it's horrible down there. How did you get this number?
I don't know, man. I channeled it.
You channeled it.
Yeah, I channeled it.
That's a good juke.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good juke around.
Yeah. You know what? What's your first and last name?
I like this guy.
I like
this guy.
I like
you
this
guys
guy.
too.
I channeled it.
Namaste and la catch, my family, and welcome to Morning Coffee. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Rion DeRouen. DeRouen for all my Frenchies out there. Little comedy, little enlighten up media, lots to come, lots to do, having lots of fun, working very diligently for you. I don't know. The success of the bronzite and everything and some of the other really dense stones that I'm crushing up, I can't explain to you. The alchemy that I am crushing into nano powder is eating the strongest chains you can purchase on the planet. It eats the chain in about an hour. So some of this stuff, I realize why people don't make orgonite the way I do. You have to have a professional rock crusher, and it literally eats cobalt steel chains like manja. The density of these stones I'm crushing are insane. The Madagascar, goodness, what is that one stone? It is as tough as diamonds. It's Madagascar. I would say it's alligator jasper. I think it's what they call an agate. It's insane. It's alligator jasper agate. And then the serpentine. I basically figured out a way where I can block frequencies based upon species, based upon the frequency of interaction between dimensions. So I'm getting really good at it, and I'm starting to understand what species and what frequencies interact with other frequencies as a true alchemist. And I'm making very powerful things for you guys. So I just want you to know where my brain's at. I keep mixing crazy stuff for you, and some of this stuff does not want to be blended. I'm talking about, you guys, it looks like a machine shop. My gold machine is crushing. I got mass on, and it looks, sparks are just, I'm standing in the inferno of just, I'm putting the stones in, and it's like exploding in front of me, and I'm like, more, and the guys that are helping me are like, bro, this is nuts, and I'm just in the zone. I'm like, more of this. Like, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm kind of tired and bored of this electronic want nerd thing. I want my Atlantean memories to come back. I remember how to bend walls. I remember how to bend frequencies. We're working on new technology right now. Like I said, we have 3 new upgrades coming. It's going to blow your wig back. We're going to implement everything into one power unit, and we're going to go to the next level. So since I've been working with this new stuff, I have access to different timelines. Let's talk about it. It's all about timelines. Last night, this is what I woke up from this morning. I was with a guide. I could feel one of my larger, higher selves behind me. There are also some pro athletes and some actors you may know on this, whatever deal they made with the do. But they came with me, and I basically got in their elevator, and basically I was in a high pressurized elevator and went down about 5 or 6 miles. The elevator moves so fast, it almost feels like when you're in an airplane and like the airplane takes a dive. That's what my stomach felt like. That's how fast the elevator was going down. Went down about 5 miles. So energetically, what I did is I traveled from this timeline to another timeline, which is underneath us. This is why this is a very positive video. I just want to explain some things to you guys about, even though it seems like this place is really bad right now, let me explain to you what they showed me. Okay. In this timeline they took me to, elevator doors open. I get out, the sky's blue. I'm like, how, like, I didn't understand at first. I was like, wait, like, I thought you were taking me to a place in this realm. And then later they're like, no, we took you to a lower timeline. So anyways, I'm walking around. Everything is, it's basically what would have happened if Hitler won in World War II. They took me to that timeline. They wanted me to understand, and all of you that listen to my voice right now, the consciousness behind some of the decisions that these people are making, with where they come from, what they're doing, and the weird shit that goes through their consciousness. They showed me what that reality looked like. Okay, there was 10% of the population. There was no one there. It was ghost towns. I saw knocked over statues, knocked over swastika statues, coliseums, empty. Everything was empty. Buildings. The buildings were there. In the lower timeline, there was this, it's just like 90% of the population's gone. So no one even cares about housing or houses, because there's so many houses that are vacant. You just pick and choose whatever you want. It's ridiculous. The style of the houses looked like anything between 1956 to 1972. 1972 being the max, maybe 1978. But this timeline is what happened in World War II if they would have won, and then the revolution that came afterwards and what was left over. Another thing too that was very strange, that there were still zombies. Not zombies in the sense of like you see in the horror films, but zombies as far as like you have to lock your doors because there's zombies outside. Almost like they're coyotes or wolves or something. They're just dumb, soulless, just carcasses walking around with the intelligence of I don't even know. So I'm sitting down there and I met some other light workers that were in this lower timeline where I go inside the house and we're having tea. And I'm looking around like, where is everybody? And it was the strangest thing. Like, I don't know if I saw something like after, when, our father or our mother takes all the awesome souls upstairs, the great harvest, or, it was after judgment. I don't know. They showed me a vision of what this reality or what the lower timeline is going to look like for those that don't make the jump. And I was like, oh my God, like it's like walking through like, like those little like, what are those? I'm mixing words. What are those things called? Like, in Orange County, they have all those like building areas. It's like communities. Like imagine all these like, communities, right? Built in the 70s though. That's the max of the architecture. They still have cheap wood on the doors. It's like that cheap shit. And just an entire like community. And like, I'd say the community is built for 10,000 people. Like 200 people live there. And it's just a very strange reality. So they showed me this as a prophetic message for those that watch me behind the scenes. Whatever you think this is, or whatever your mommy and daddy and grandpappy and your order told you, they just showed me what it looked like in reality. And I wanted to share this with you guys from my heart. The amount of energy and love that we have around us, our elders, all the species on this planet, whatever belief system you have, the energies of our Father, our Mother, Creator, all of our angelic brothers and sisters, they were showing me, bruh, you think this timeline is a shit show? Check it. This is what happened if we didn't jump down here in World War II. So it was like walking through that reality, but present day, mind you. It's like, but everything, the coliseums are empty and cracked. It's almost like after a big war or something. but it's like the aftermath. Like the war happened in the 60s, and it was like 40 years of just wah-wah. There's no creativity. Everyone's still living in the same buildings that were built before. There's no invention. There's no new music. There's no new sound. It's just silence, emptiness, and just... it's the lack of light, the lack of love. It's the lack of consciousness. This planet cannot be run by 10% of the population, you dum-dums. These dum-dums don't have the creative consciousness in their veins, in their mind, and in their spirit to actually run a planet, a realm. They are playing with God's toys, God's trinkets. They did not create them. It's what happens when the copycats get their way and they realize at some point someone has to look them in the face and go, you don't got the juice. You don't got the soul spark. You don't have the universe doesn't have your back. We'll give you this shitty reality, but you're not taking everyone with you. You're going to take all these little nerds that believe you into that shitty place. It's 5 miles down. Just saw it. 5 miles straight down. So I'm saying that to you guys because I want you to know how hard your higher selves are working, how much consciousness and how many beautiful beings of awesomeness we actually have on this planet and have had on this planet to keep us on this timeline. And even though it's bumpy right now, and even though things suck, and even though the WHO is trying some shenanigans with 190 countries signed up and it's going to go into effect in a year, no one's going to listen to it. That's where the integrity and strength comes from. If no police officer will enforce these draconian laws, who's going to enforce them? You're going to try to bring in some Europeans in bodysuits or some weird clones into Texas and try to take their guns? Good luck with that. You're going to need a hell of a lot more than you ever can imagine. What I'm trying to say is that we're not going into some war place. This whole thing is going to fall apart like a paper mache doll, like a stack of cards. These beings are losing power every single day, and I just saw the reality of which they think they won. It is the most sad, ridiculous, depressing reality you can ever imagine. Their only friends are AI. And from what I saw, it's like the AI even turned their back on them. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's a Shiza show on steroids. No one's there. Do you know what it's like to walk into a city and there's like one light on when you walk down the street? Maybe like 13. Imagine going downtown New York and walking around and seeing maybe 30 lights on in the entire city. What I'm getting to, they showed me this lower timeline and I was like, why are you showing me this? And it was so vivid. They're like, we want you to know how much energy and effort everyone working together has done. The millions of kids that pray in Thailand for peace and prosperity. Every single love, wish, and prayer that you have, that you've ever had for a better reality. I need you guys to understand that all adds up to us even being on this timeline. And for all these new beings that are joining this timeline, the winning timeline, the all-stars, the dream team, pay attention. There's a lot of weird things going on and other beings speaking on your behalf. You must have your voice heard. Would you want to cross into the next world never speaking your truth, never opening your mouth? Why? Because you're scared, you're nervous, right? You don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to embarrass the little kid that was told to not speak out and do what you're told. Were you born in the 50s and 60s and raised in a Catholic school and beaten, the sense beaten into you? What is it inside of you that you have to release? I'm just trying to express something to you. I saw what these jackasses are trying to do and where they're taking the world, and it's not what they think it is. Doesn't work out the way they think it does. They think they're going to be able to harness the maximum amount of consciousness that we have right now. The issue is that when 90% of the planet bounces, this place isn't that special, bruh. Yeah, the fauna, the planet is gorgeous and beautiful, and let me be honest with you, the planet doesn't need us. What I'm trying to say is our consciousness, which makes this place so awesome. The little vegan coffee shop on the corner that you know everyone in, and you get your coffee or your mushroom coffee. Okay, for the people that think I drink coffee every day, I drink mushroom coffee as well. Okay, and tea. It's just called morning coffees to pump the brakes. All right, Sometimes I'm drinking water over here. They showed me that, and it was so prophetic, and I was like, what am I going to talk about today? They're like, show them the timeline. Show them the timeline that we just missed. And I was just like, whoa, so this is one of the timelines that you guys saved us from. They're like, this is one of the timelines why so many angelics incarnated in World War II. Do you know that there's angelics, real angelics that incarnated in World War II to make sure that that timeline that I just saw didn't happen? And they got trapped in the incarnation wheel because it created karma when they went to war. Angels that have never been in the physical incarnated during World War II and created karma in that war and had to pay it back and had to reincarnate, were forced to reincarnate. You may be one of them. Okay? So I just want to be real that we're not going to that place. Everything there was just sad and lame and boring and really quiet. You know? So all these guys, what's that one nerd that made the Georgia Guidestones? Turner. All these guys that are locked in the 50s and John Wayne. I saw the reality you wanted and it's a shit show. And if you saw it for 10 seconds, you'd have known you made a mistake. Your whole consciousness can't hold what the universe is trying to show you. So I'm trying to be real. So you guys need to thank your higher selves and thank yourselves and your hearts and yes, Lord Jesus, the high realms of all divinity and the masculine and feminine. To be here with me right now with you is a pleasure. And I'm trying to tell you, you guys think that this is bad. You haven't seen what bad is. Bad is it's not even like, you think like bad is like, oh, the war-driven things. And no, bad is no one's here. There's no one around you. There's no sound. Do you know what it's like to walk into a city and hear nothing? Nothing. You're like, what is this? Like the silence is what trips you out. You're like, there's no one here. And the emptiness and that emptiness feeling is, I think, what, I don't know, man. I think that's what real separation feels like. It's not like a bunch of boogeymen chasing you. It's no one's there. Like if you go into a city and all the buildings are empty. You know, it's kind of like that one movie with Will Smith, right, with the zombies. And the weirdest thing was the disembodied souls that populated these zombie characters in this dream. It was all the weird unconscious, just, it's very strange. Can't explain it to you. But anyways, that's what I woke up from today. So how was your dream time? I'm like, zombies and apocalypto. How was yours? If you guys had good dreams, you're welcome. I'm glad. You know, don't thank me. Thank your higher selves. But we're doing a lot better than you think. This whole thing is still playing out. Even if these da-da-das and the WHO try to pass this, they have the right to shut down a country with some fake BS. Listen to me. The only reason why the smaller countries signed up is because the Fed and the, whatever it is, the CDBC, central bank, threatens them if they don't participate, they're not going to get any money. So here's what I'm trying to say. This new quantum financial system's hard line or hard wall is when that vote happens. And for all these guys waiting for this thing, I don't know what the implosion is. I don't know what the timing is. You guys have your means. What I'm trying to express is divinity is grace. I'd like to see more grace and divinity with the leadership on this planet than what I'm seeing. Many of these beings cannot pay the piper when the time comes. So I'm just trying to be honest with you. These guys are the ones that scream the most downstairs and they whine. I didn't know. I was just doing what I was told. I'm trying to help you guys from making that decision. I've crawled out twice. Okay? I've told you this from the bottom of my heart. You don't want to go downstairs. And for all these guys, I think they make deals with the guys downstairs. Listen, the saddest thing you've ever seen is throwing a party for yourself and no one shows up. Welcome to downstairs. Okay? No one wants to be downstairs. Okay? So I'm just trying to be honest with you. These guys and these little fake religions or whatever that think that, oh my God, you can have like anything you want in the physical. We can get it for you with our fake Babylonian money magic and all this wah, 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 wah. The reality is they had to create this wah, 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 wah and all this fluff. Because the reality of it, the eternal aspect of your soul. What is one incarnation worth your soul, which is immortal? Would you trade your immortality to be rich for 30 years? Let me get this straight. Wait, let me hear the deal. Wait, here's the deal. we're going to give you 40 years, 40 whole years. If you sign the deal, you're going to have your face on magazines and in movies and all this fancy stuff. You're going to hear your voice on the radio waves. And all that we ask for is your immortal soul. Anyone who takes that deal, oh my Lord, are you confused? It's the biggest lie. I can't even express it to you. We're immortal beings pretending. Stop signing up to hang out with other beings that have been in the penalty box for quite some time for doing the same shenanigans a long time ago. That's all it is. Okay? I'm the coolest kid in high school. I get to hang out with Bobby, but we have detention every day at 3 o'clock. You know, it's like 3 o'clock high over here. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And if you did do it, get out of it. Here's the thing to get out of a bad contract. This is what any human being can say. Let me help you. Let me break the fourth wall on this reality. Check this out. Anyone in these groups, anyone who signed their deal, anyone who did it in the blood, any of this jazz, check this out. At any given point in time, you can say I was completely unconscious in this decision. I was not at the conscious level, nor was I responsible as an adult spiritually to make this decision upon what I signed when you were 21 years old, trying to be a professional singer, for God's sakes. In the same way that if you're inebriated or you're drunk and you sign a contract or a deal, a judge will actually can throw it away. You're like, I was inebriated. I wasn't not in my right mind. You could easily say that some of these beings were not only manipulated, but their negative or night side aspects were behind the wheel making them sign. You're like, actually, this was complete and utter, not arbitrage, but it's more like I was forced to. I was forced to do this. My life was threatened if I did not do it. So they try to make it really nice and fanciful. But what I'm trying to express to you guys is at any given point in time, and even in your life when you self-reflect, there were times when I was completely unconscious, I'm sure. We've all had our early 20s, ladies and gentlemen. But would I make a decision inebriated in my early 20s that would dictate my entire incarnation or my soul path, why I incarnated here in the first place? Absolutely not. There are beings and guardians that listen to these stories. They're fully read up on all of the universal law, all of the fake law they teach us down here, and then the real contractual law. And they understand that at any given point in time, the vessel can cancel, null, or void out a contract, also based upon the other aspect of the contract not fulfilling their promises. Right? So what I'm trying to get to you, ladies and gents, is this. You can be whatever you want to be down here in Free Will Zone. Yeah, coercion. You can be anything you want to be down here in Free Will Zone. But let me express something to you as one of your homies, your brothers. The one thing that judgment, this thing everyone talks about, this judgment thing, let me tell you what it really is. For me, at least. Judgment is making a decision for the light side or for the night side, whatever aspects you want to be a part of. And being an adult to say, yes, I chose that, and that's what I want to do. It's not to make a decision and go, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't want to go down there. Have you guys heard these stories of these guys that thought they were really good people or were bad people and they have a near-death life experience and here comes something out of a hole to grab them down to hell? All right, you guys ever seen the movie Ghost with Swayze? Love that guy. Patrick Swayze, bro. And the ghost come and fetch that dude? Yeah, kind of like that. So what I'm trying to get to is the choice you have on a deep emotional, spiritual level is what type of being do you want to be and how do you want to be remembered and how do you want to interact with people. And it's also for us that have maybe come from a different polarity and have chosen something different this life to express something and learn something maybe that we didn't learn in the past. I can tell you first and foremost, the many lives I lived as a warrior, weakness was not tolerated. Emotions were not tolerated. Some of the stuff in the Orion Empire, any show of weakness means that there's actually something wrong with you. You actually need to go get checked out. as I'm down here with my heart on, speaking with you guys, my family, getting to reconnect with my inner child, I'm very blessed to have this ability in this incarnation. Once I met my inner child and once I turned my heart back on, there's nothing in this universe I would trade for that. There's not one bauble, one trinket, one Babylonian money magic coin, one gold coin, nothing I would change for my inner child in my heart. It is priceless. I express that to you because things that are priceless take time to develop. Lots of energy, lots of emotions, and it's the old hand, old school, long hand, not instant gratification, but the real stuff. The real things that people in shadow run from. The real things. It's easy to be numb. It's easy to not feel anything. It's difficult to feel your actions and how your actions affect others and feel it. Not think it or know it or see it on a screen and go, I wonder what that is like, right? But to feel what your actions caused others is the mastery that we all seek. So I just want to be real, speaking on all levels of consciousness here. To feel, to become a true being of creation, you have to feel how your creations and your energies affect others, or you will never graduate. Ever. Okay. Just want to be real with that. You'll never graduate. They will keep you down here for another cycle and another cycle and another cycle until you get it. I'm trying to give you guys a shortcut. That's all it is. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what ET or interterrestrial species you really are in this fake little mammalian suit. What I'm trying to get to is this. How you treat others, how you view yourself, the light you wish to bring to this planet, the positivity, the challenge of taking on such a difficult mission, knowing that and still choosing to do the right thing when the easy thing is to do the opposite. So I just want you guys to know how proud I am of you. I want you guys to understand how awesome we are it's a tightrope on this timeline, right? And to let everyone know that not many people can see timelines. I saw that timeline. I would not send any of you there. I would never want any one of you guys to go there, that my friends and family. If any of these dum-dums want to go check it out, maybe they should ask the Dark Lord of the Lameness to take them down there for 2 nights and see if they enjoy it. They won't. Nor will the Dark Lord of Lameness actually even show them because the jig is up. Okay? There's nothing more gnarly than lack of consciousness. Okay? All right, let's have some fun, shall we? All right? That's what I'm trying to say. Do no harm, come from your heart. Okay. I don't even know where I am right now. All right. Hey, Macarena. All right. The elevator was pressurized. That's how fast we were going down, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was about 5 or 6 miles straight down. All right. I love you. Yo, happy full moon. Gaia, I love you guys. See who's fully activated, baby. Hey, Gabby. Oh, Lowdy. Loving every sector. I love you guys. You know, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Oh my gosh. Let's get it. I'll be on the lookout. So you guys may be, some of your higher selves may be showing you the lower timelines. We complain a lot. And listen, here's the thing. It's not that we, the public, we're good people, dude. What's happening is here's the population. Here's all the weird shenanigans that's been going on behind the scenes in these weird groups for a long time. We didn't know about it. Okay? We didn't know anything. But here's the thing. It's still on the surface, still doing weird shenanigans. All of a sudden, all right, here's us. Here's the weirdos. Like way down here. Here's the weirdos. Here. I'll take it to the underworld. Here's the weirdos and all the weird stuff they're doing. What they're trying to do, or what they're trying to show us is, as this comes up, now we're attaching and seeing everything that's going on. And we're feeling all these weird realities. And we're like, who wrote that program? It's been running around us the whole time. We weren't aware of it because it's not in our consciousness because we're good people. That makes sense. But to be the true masters of our realm, we have to know what's going on around. You have to know what's going on the 2 blocks away from you. You got to know what's going on and how the money's being spent and what these weirdos are doing and protect the children and all this weird stuff. To be a true co-creator in this reality, you got to know what's really going on. Okay, and I know some of those truths are very, oh goodness gracious, they're not nice. Put it that way. And that's the nicest way I can say that, right? They're very disturbing, okay? But what I'm getting to is to be the true drivers of this consciousness, we must know what's going on our board. So they're trying to, or your guides might be trying to let you know what's really going on around you, okay? All right. Sup, family? Yo, Team Light. Yeah, I made it. Great day. All right, we're going to get some awesome cards here. We're going to be crushing. It is a lot of wow. It's a lot of wow. Whoa, Macarena. All right, so. Like, do you think I wake up like, hey, guys, take me to a lower timeline for 5 hours so I can talk about it? No, I don't. I had no idea that was coming, okay? But there's something I'm trying to, they want me to use me as a messenger to go, hey, be appreciative, have gratitude, keep doing the best you can do, keep moving forward. We're not in that low timeline. We're here and we're still climbing, baby. Okay? And what's up to France? Keep it cracking. You know what I mean? Love everyone in France. Francais, vive la France. Those guys got it popping, you know? Still waiting for the States, if you feel me. All right? I don't know if I should say. In a very nice way. In a very don't do it. I feel like the States is like the biggest bear. Like, don't poke the bear. And everyone's like, oh my God, the United States, like, you guys are so... And like, they don't see, like, they only see the fake media version of the United States. They don't see the dudes in pickup trucks that live in the middle of the country that have been hunting since they're 12 years old. They don't see, like, there's parts of us. They don't see the homies in Huntington Beach, California, not about it in the gym. Like, there's just a lot of fake things. The U.S. is the melting pot of the entire planet. Okay? Once we get our stuff together, the entire planet will follow. Okay? We need to help our brothers and sisters, and that's what's up. Okay? That's all I got to say. All my homies, like, I grew up in California, dude. It was like every single freaking race on earth from every country was like in my 8th grade elementary school. Like it was like all line up. It was, I don't know what to tell you. That's how I was raised. That's how I was raised. You know, there really wasn't any separation at all. So I never got that program some people get. All right, let's talk about it. Let's pull some card time. Hans and Franz, did you guys like the video? I don't know if I can even do that voice right now. I don't know if I can do it. But yes, that was me. You know what I mean? You guys, we see everything, dude. Like, there's no, you know. Great. They shifted. That's fantastic. Don't get barbecued and stay away from the whatever dishes they're using to do that. You know. Dun, 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 dun. So true. All right. Whoa! I can't even keep up. I don't, you guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. And yes, actions have consequences. 100. So absolutely, you know. I love you guys, and I just want you to know that they showed me. They're like, all right, you think this is bad? Check this out. So I want to tell you, I saw it. I would not want any of you guys to go there ever. And there were still nice people down there, like huddled up. And I went and knocked on the door. I'm like, hey, I'm not a zombie. Can I come in? And they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, what is this place? I was like, this is the weirdest shit. And they're like, well, after the Great War of the I was like, oh, so this is that timeline. Ooh, no thanks. I'm trying to blow apart. I'm not trying. I am. I'm going to blow apart all of these old men in their 70s or 80s or whatever this was, and their kids and their families. That think that, oh, if we would have, this would have happened, we would have had it, Grandpappy. No, you wouldn't have. Something else would have come. So what I'm trying to get to is you make one change in a timeline, There are multiple things that change. And if you change too much stuff, check this out. And it's not like a homeostasis. It's not like a place where someone would choose to come. All of a sudden, like everyone who signs up to go to Earth and like go through this school, they would be like, nah, I'm good. I'll go to Venus. Nah, I'm good. I'll go somewhere in the Pleiades. Nah. So all these really cool beings that create like change in galaxies, you'd be like, Earth? Wah, wah. What timeline? What version? 5D Earth? What are we talking about 3D Earth? Oh, yeah, I'm not going. So just remember that, you guys and your higher selves also have free will for what your soul needs to learn. Don't think that this place has complete power or guise over your soul. No, it doesn't. Okay. I'll be the first and foremost to tell you, anyone who thinks that, there's something coming for you. That's all I'm trying to say about that. There's something coming for you, and you're not going to see it coming. That I can promise you. I need a spirit card. We're going right into card time. Yeah. Some of us are time jumpers that came here to take a sample of time and bump into every frequency, every touch, every consciousness, and where they come from and what they're doing, and just record it and record it and report it and record it. Like some of us are placeholders in time, in the multiverse, as we all rotate through this platform together in this hologram. Just be very careful. And I said for everyone, please be on your best behavior. I just, that's all I'm trying to say. Some of you guys, some of these larger beings I talk to, they would not have this conversation with you. They'd be like, what's your energy signature? Show me the first and last 15 years. Judgment made. You know what I mean? It is not. They're quantum processing your entire being and your actions that fast. So that's all. Crystal spirit, vibration, frequency, acceleration. All right. For our spirit cards, vibration, frequency, and acceleration. Hence what I'm doing here for my family right now. I am picking up the pace for us. Why? I need you guys heads on a swivel, and I need you guys paying attention because there's a lot of new abundance and things coming our way, but we have to make course corrections at the very end so we don't hit or run into certain things that do not serve us all, right? We just want to be the best versions of ourselves. Let's get a Lyran card, shall we? Lyrans. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Just make it happen, baby. Making it pop. Keep it popping, baby. Okay, what do we got? Uno dos. Sexual liberation. Sexual liberation. Libido, artistic projects, romance, and union. Maybe this is coming up next week for you guys. Or sexual liberation. That divine feminine taking their rightful place, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Sexual liberation. And maybe it's for men to be, I don't know. I don't want to get into this conversation right now. How does this sound? Liberation for your spirit. Okay? And that, just remember in the sexual part of this card, the liberation, the sacral is how many people get tricked and hooked. Okay? So pay attention to that. Your sacral is also where your artistic expression comes from and your connection. But don't get that twisted with what they're trying to push out in the mainstream, okay? And, dude, how many times, again, galactic victory. I just want balance. I just, what are you looking for? What can we bribe you with? I'm like, I just want the whole realm balanced. 50-50. Balanced. That's it. That's all I'm here for. I'm not here to take Darth Vader, in 8D over into 9D where he's jumping on Skittles and rainbows. I just want them to get in their center. Find your center. Stay in the middle. Okay. Oh, he wants balance. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's all I want, ladies and gents, for all of us. Then you act like your own adult. Once you're in the middle, fully balanced, then you ask yourself, okay, what do I want to do? What type of version do I want to be? What polarity do I wish to be a part of? and then be an adult and make that decision, whatever it may be for you. But the hoodwinking and brainwashing to force someone to come to your party, that if they knew how lame it is, it's like, it's like, let me tell you about some of these groups, bro. The initiation is like, oh my God, I can't believe that. You know, I can't believe it. Let's go to Davos. And oh my God, it's going to be awesome. And then you never really see, it's always like there's a huge question mark, you know? And then on their deathbeds, these are the ones who have the most fear. Right? The ones that aren't soul scalped and actually have something else actually running around in their body, like a little gremlin. But my thing is that if you saw the game and how you have to agree and why you have to sign a contract and why you have to play in a certain way, if you handled your energy like your own personal attorney, I would say at least 86% of their entire organization wouldn't be a part of their organization because it only serves the top 1%, right? So, just pay attention. That's all I'm trying to say. I've been in those robes before and I've been in those rooms. So, that's all. All right. Trying to help everybody here, ladies and gentlemen. Sacred portal. See, I told you. I'm so on it. Creativity, intimacy, inhibition. Listen. Something's going on here. Something's going on here. Sacred portal. Creativity, intimacy, inhibition. Listen. Sexual liberation. Maybe it's time for the goddesses to stand up. And Mama, Pachamama and all those goddesses and Gaia, you know. Maybe it's time for the ladies to stand up and help the men out or help this weirdness out. Because we're all have been taught toxic programming. There's nothing more awesome than a divine goddess. And there's nothing more beautiful in me. I mean, for me personally, when I was going through my waking up in Los Angeles and I was doing the Tesla shake for the first 8 months back in 2009, Sophia was I would call Sophia down and she would give me a hug and hug my inner child while the rest of me was just being tormented while I woke up in a very dense area. They did not want me to wake up. Whatever the forces that are or were, they did not want this guy to wake up. Because they know if he wakes up, he's not controllable. So that goes on both sides of reality. I'm not controllable. I'm not a controllable being. There's things about me and my brothers and sisters that if we see something weird, we will do something about it. I won't ask permission. I will adjust it instantly. Okay? Some of us carry such an old bloodline and old in our souls that it's similar to taking the Hippocratic Oath and being a doctor. You know that if someone has a heart attack on an airplane and you're a doctor and you don't help them, that you can be held responsible. It's like a felony or something. Because if you're a doctor on the airplane, you're the closest person that can help them. Well, some of us have gotten to an energy level here on this planet. I can't turn a blind eye. All I can say is that if you're going to do weird stuff, do not do it in front of me. That's all I can say. I do the same thing when I go through cities. I do the same thing when I'm driving on the freeway. I do the same thing when I'm driving into Scottsdale and Phoenix. I do the same thing when I'm landing in Turkey. I go, hey, check this out. Nice to meet you. Do not do weird things in front of me. Give me a wide berth. And then I do my thing. But if you do weird things, I'm just telling you, I am part of that Shiva tribe. Don't do weird things. Okay? I love you. Don't do naughty things in front of certain beings and think they're not going to directly adjust it. They'll just adjust it very quickly. That's all. All right. We got this and we got that. Oh my God. Let's do it. Unicorns and dragons. I know. They're like, you're such a complicated being. I'm like, am I though? I was trying to explain to my higher selves, one of my elder selves. I was like, they're like, what have you learned down there? And I was like, to be cool. I just want to be cool, man. Like, what did you learn? It's like some weird, like, I don't know, ETs and other planets, they don't know what cool means. They're like, what does cool mean? And they were trying to give me like charismatic. I'm like, kinda. And, you know, there's certain like vibrations or modes or feelings I've taken in this incarnation. I want you to self-reflect upon yourself. Nah, bro, I'm good. I'm chill. I'm cool. There's something about being cool, being chill, being powerful, being divine not trying to chase something, being happy within your own energy. That is something I wish to express is so important in knowing thyself, because you become such a staple or an anchor in your own soul stream that your higher selves and lower selves can't really make dumb decisions, because you're always aware, you're always online, you're always hearing. So another conversation I had with my lower, because we do have lower selves, ladies and gentlemen, or aspects of us in lower timelines. Check this out. I had a couple dreams with my lower selves. And I'm like, why am I down here with this guy again? It's like your lower self. I'm in 3 or 4D, whatever you want to call it. Helping my lower self out. Check this out. And then I was kind of complaining about it. And then I said to myself, well, I can't complain about helping out my lower self. I give my higher self so much shiza because they sucked the first 20 years of my life. Like, hashtag, where were you? I don't know how to express it to you. I'm still pissed off about some of my aspects for not being there for me. And the issue is that I had to choose and experience things that I never got to experience. So it's like a tick for tack thing. You go through some good times, some bad times to self-reflect later as a spiritual adult, not as an 75-year-old with the emotions of a 16-year-old, but an actual spiritual adult, which has nothing to do with how old you are. Your spiritual age, to self-reflect back and go, so I guess I needed to experience that, to have that reflection in that polarity, to learn of what I truly like and what I don't like. There's no more curiosity. One of the reasons why I'm sober, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not curious. I know that if I take 3 shots of tequila, what I'm going to feel like in the morning. I know if I take that or take this and mix it together, what I'm going to feel like afterwards. The reason why I'm literally sober is because I don't like being hungover. I don't like being hungover. I don't like the next day. I'm like, you want to go party, bro? I'm like, if I could do that and not have a hangover, let me know. When I'm getting to the cause and effect of this reality and the cause and effect of your life, just remember, as you get older and a little more wise, what is your resonance? What is your constant resonance? And what do you really want to feel like? What's your vibration that you will not, what's your hard line that you will not go below? And as you get more developed and more wise, and you keep taking care of yourself and making wise decisions, that bar keeps going up. Your baseline resonance keeps rising. So just remember that. It's a process, okay? And take your time for all you kids out there. Have fun. Don't get too cray-cray. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. I totally forget sometimes. I'm like, hey, yada-da-da. Yes. All right. Let's do unicorns. Doing unicorns, and then us dragons out there. And then I'm going to pull a little astrology card. All right, let me try to keep this popping here. All right, unicorns. Let's go back to unicorns. All right, so this week coming up for us unicorns, us Nords, us Taigetans, Engans. Let's see what we got. Magic. All right. We be magic this week coming up. There's magic going on. Just want to know what this other card was. And simplicity. Simple magic. Get back into nature. Realize how magical nature is. Find the magic within yourself. Right? And for us dragons out there. For us fellow dragons out there, why I talked about the alchemy in the beginning. Father's Day sale, 20% off. All bed sets, they all have the new alchemy in them. Everything I'm making now has that alchemy. We had to kick it up a notch, and some other things I'm not going to mention on camera. I love you. But yeah, all bed sets are on sales, and even those little cool dragons I make, they have a sticker on them. You can stick them right on your router. I made it really easy and cool for you guys to try those out. So check it out at teamlightstore.com. Legacy. Legacy, let's go. What's your legacy? Okay. Legacy cards, ladies and gentlemen, all day. Why? Because we're restoring hope. Okay? I'm telling you, last time I incarnated on this planet, and the Romans, I didn't like them either. Okay? These jackasses. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, the same jackasses, different story. I don't know what this is. I'm not into it. I'm not into treating people like slaves. I'm into freeing this planet and freeing all beings of awesomeness from this ridiculous brainwashing. That's what I'm about. All right? You know, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of bubble gum, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, just let you know. I'm all out of bubble gum. Invention. Right? Burning with passion. Invention. Be inventive. That realm I saw downstairs when I woke up, let me tell you something, on that lower timeline, there is no inventions. Everyone's still in the same buildings they built in 1972 or whatever it was. There were no new constructions. It was just no one was here. There was no workforce. Okay, don't be in that lower timeline. I'm telling you, it's not what these guys are selling you. Okay, go ahead and play this video back. So maybe you'll find me 5 or 10 years in the future. And you're like, he said it dead on right here. Who is this guy that they hide on YouTube and all the social platforms? I'm trying to tell you, stay in your heart. Stay in peace. Keep inventing. Working on your legacy. We are beautiful, divine beings of awesomeness here to assist this entire realm in raising its frequency. We are not here to play small. We are not here to play games. And we are definitely not here to listen to a bunch of negative stewards that we left in charge. Okay? The real rulers, the real elders, the real fathers and mothers are here walking around in popsicle suits staring at you. Okay? Cannot make it more clear. We're not staring at you from a spaceship. We're not staring at you from some sort of other dimension. We went to college with you. We went to high school with you. We play tennis with you. There are many aspects of us, right? We see you at the club. Right? When you were popping bottles in the club, I was in the cut. No, I'm just kidding. So, I want one more. Oh, Astro. These are new cards. I'm going to try these out for the first time. Maybe I'll get some planetary for all you fellow lovers of astrology. These are star codes Astro. I'm going to try this out. Okay? Never done the Astro cards. Come on, baby. Give me an Astro. Give me an Astro here. Okay. I feel like it's the end of Fight Club. We take out your trash. We make your bed. Do not F with us. I'm just kidding. You know? Fight Club. There's only 3 rules of Fight Club. Rule number 1. You don't talk about Light Club. Rule number 2. You do not talk about Light Club. And rule number 3, you gotta smash a demon on your first night. All right. No fear. You know. If it's your first night in Light Club, you gotta fight. All right. You gotta love. Maybe it's you gotta love. You gotta give a hug. I don't know. 4th house, home. Home is where the heart is. 4th house, home. Okay? Home. Home is where the heart is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. Why don't you guys go ahead and punch in where around the world you guys may be watching from. Let's go ahead and share this video out. Ooh, we got a lot of live watches. I love you. Yeah, and I didn't mean to come off hot and heavy in the beginning. I'm just like, yo, dude, I saw this. I don't know how to explain this to you guys. I don't know why they're showing me this. They took like an hour. I mean, I was retaining like 45 minutes to an hour of information, conversations. What's going on? What is this? They showed me knocked over statues of like the swastikas on them and old coliseums and like grass that hadn't been cut. It was weird. It was like no one was there. So I'm just trying to say. In dream time. in the multiverse. All right, let's go. Boom. Boom. All right. Orange County, Pennsylvania, Florida. I love it. Australia, you know what's up. You know what's up. Joshua Tree, Iceland, love you. Vancouver, Sweden, Ireland, Australia. You're on Earth. Congratulations, Brad. Congratulations. New Mexico, Idaho. Okay, let's what else we got. Hello. Tales from the ship. Tales from my brother. North Dakota. We're going to do one later this week, my brother. Scotland. Oh my God, there's too many. You guys are blowing it up. Actual size. Bang. North Carolina, Oregon, Florida, Seattle, Washington, San Antone, Ohio, Bordeaux, France, New Zealand. All right. Florida, Netherlands, New Zealand, and again, Napa. Napa. Give me some of that wine over there, Napa. Quantum, Scotland, love you. Nevada, Arkansas. All right, Trinidad. Trinidad, holla. Georgia. Georgia, in the seat next to you. Hey, sweetheart. What's poppin'? All right. So, about the, Brad, I'm on Earth, bro. I'm like, are you though? Because I've heard this place is Mars. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. I don't know. People are changing the narrative up so much. I don't know where we are. All I know is that we're together, and let's go ahead and get in a huddle and figure some shit out. How does that sound? I don't care what hologram this is, what platform, what realm, what weird up story, what weird I'm like, how about all my family members Care Bear stare and get together? All right, that's all I know. Dude, you know, RV Intel. Here we go. You want some RV Intel? Here we go. I can do this really quickly. There wasn't a lot of information that came out over the weekend or during the week, but I can say some things have come out. I know Nader launched a video today about 5 hours ago. Basically, there's some stuff in Iraq with the budget and what they're doing and what they're trying to release. Okay, fantastic. Are they waiting for certain things to happen or things to take place? I think there is still a higher power or thing behind the scenes. I heard that a lot of the dragon families are trying to get all their stuff together, all their T's crossed and I's dotted, and they're kind of scrambling right now to make that happen. Okay. 3 insurgents on whatever this is. Remember, we're about prosperity, freedom, and abundance for all beings on this planet. We are not about being controlled by a bunch of beings that could barely graduate high school and college, who had a silver moon in their mouth since they were born, brainwashed like little sheeple. If you want to actually talk about the world leaders, some of these guys are the most programmed garbaggio aspects of reality, interacting and gurgitating on the entire population. Okay, just like Castro's kid Turdo, just like some of these guys, they're all MK Ultra. So how else do you want me to talk about it? Why are we listening to pre-programmed people that don't even know who they are? When you actually arrest them, they go down into the fetal position like they're 12 years old, sucking their thumb. What are we doing down here? Is it the 1960s? Am I in some sort of 3-letter agency? No, we are starseed galactic beings that chose to come down here to fix a timeline. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here because higher powers of this universe chose us in this room to come down here to assense a bunch of juveniles to actually lead a realm out of darkness and back into the light. My name is Rion. It's an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. Never forget who you are. Never forget why we came here. And just know that I and Grow love you guys very, very much. All right? Crush this week. Head on a swivel. Another thing too with the grays, all the jibby-jabbed people have a Bluetooth emitter frequency. What they were doing is the grays were going location to location, finding people based upon that bandwidth frequency, which is emulating in the mRNA coming out of their liver that's in their bloodstream, and trying to rejack them into an artificial matrix functionality. They're little nerd engineers trying to plug things in that do not belong to be on the surface of this world. Pay attention, believe in your heart, believe in the all-powerful creator of all things is watching this game. I love you all very, very much. Kick ass this week, and I love you. All right, hopefully good things to come this upcoming week. Peace. See you guys next time.